Once regarded the greatest of all contests, the Olympics, football's World Cup, and Test match cricket are now being challenged. This time around, by a sport that is growing, newer, more creative, and entertaining. The likes of CrossFit, extreme sports, and the newest craze, Ninja Throwdown. Today, we invite you to experience not just any throwdown, but one that's surging in popularity, excitement, and entertainment. From the exotic island of Barbados, get ready for the rumble of Barbados Ninja Throwdown, the 4th edition. Hello and welcome to the Barbados Ninja Throwdown 2019. I'm Wayne Cool-Simmons, and with me is Brian Wilczowski.
Hi, I'm happy to be here representing the National Ninja League and stoked to see our first competition with the juniors, which is up to age 12.
That and more coming up right now. Contestant number 1 in the junior category, age 8 to 12, is Fletcher Jones.
Oh wow! Now his goal is to avoid touching the ground or the mat as he holds on to the.
Fletcher will be going through the number of obstacles, starting with the duck pond curve. And at this point, Brian, he's completed 2 of the obstacles, and he seems to be quite composed in doing what he's doing.
Yeah, he is looking great out on their course. The PVC pipe here.
From the PVC pipe, which is essentially that. It is 2 pieces of PVC pipe. They're approximately 6 foot in length, and he's going to be hanging it basically upside down as he moves from one PVC pipe and hoping to make it to the other. He's showing a variation in the way that he's doing it. Some people will do it with hands and feet, but he's chosen to do it just his hands as he moves across.
Yep, he must be very comfortable with his upper body strength here. Moving though, look like he's trying to get his feet engaged. It's got to be tough to use your abs to get your feet up. Really, you see the crowd's behind him right now. He's really trying to fight for it.
The thing about it is that and on this occasion, he was speaking about his upper body strength, and he was very dependent upon that. When you share the activity, hands and feet, then I think it becomes a lot easier for the contestant. But in a situation like that, you saw where his arms became tired and he fell to the mat.
So Fletcher is the first one out. Were you nervous because you were number 1?
Kind of.
All right, so what happened there?
I don't really know.
Well, it's the first lady, the first female in the competition, and she's up at position number 2. I don't think she'll be daunted by the fact that the very first competitor didn't make it through in the person of Fletcher Jones, but now it is going to be our first young lady, Ciara Freeman, who's trained for 1 year. This is her first ninja competition, and she's a gymnast as well as she's a competitive swimmer. So I think that maybe she has the wherewithal to make it through.
Yes, you always see gymnasts come into this sport and do very well. They have great body control, and we're seeing it already.
Competitors are allowed to use their hands in this first section as they make their way through. I suggest to Barbadians that once you get to that part of the course, it's almost like being on the velodrome at the National Stadium where the cyclists ride. So you're going from a high embankment and coming down, and then you're going to be depending upon how well you can balance when you get to the logs.
Yes, and now that was actually tricky. What we saw right there is she engaged the obstacle, and then she went back onto the box. Resetting is a no-go in this competition here, so unfortunately she's out early.
Ciara, you were number 2. What happened?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think you did a fantastic job. So better luck next year, all right? Up top.
Well, Shazad Metter is the 3rd one up, an avid sportsman even at his tender age, and it's really his enthusiasm that will motivate him across the course this evening.
Much as it's going to be a situation where all of the contestants will be vying over the same obstacles, it is going to be a challenge indeed. And there will be some variations on the courses as it moves up in categories. For our 3rd competitor, Shazad, he's making his way, as the others did, quite confidently through the first part of the obstacles. But the longer that you spend in one position, the more you're going to be taxing the muscles. And it is going to build up on you. You're going to feel the lactic acid coming in. And that burn is what it's going to get to you. And it's going to be a case of mind over matter.
Oh yes, especially when it comes to these slow balance obstacles, it can very much be in.
One would have seen when he reached into the bucket and he got that white substance onto his hands. That's powder, which helps to dry the hands. So if there's any moisture that was left by competitors who went before him, that should nullify any slipping. But he's trying hard, and quite similar to Fletcher, the first contestant who made it this far, he's certainly depending upon his upper body strength. But again,
yes, he returned to the starting block, which means he is unfortunately disqualified. Once you engage the obstacle, you must continue moving forward without resetting.
The white lizard climb is getting everybody.
Yes. Yeah. It's tough.
Jaden Johnson is not going to be joking around today. He anticipates that he will make it at least to the pegboard, which he's identified as his favorite obstacle. Here's Jaden Johnson.
I can tell you that yesterday, when I went on the course, it is a certain amount of momentum that you've got to gather as you move off, because you're going from left to right, but then it comes to that transition point where you're going to be running and not depending upon that opposite force to get you across to the other side. So you're going to have to change your tactic, and indeed that's what they're doing here in terms of using their hands and holding on to the obstacle while they move on to the next level.
Yep. Yeah, and even as a seasoned competitor, I can say this course has a lot of tricky elements to it. If you attack it just head on, you will miss some simple things. So it's really a mental game. This is great, though. You're seeing this competitor move quickly through the balance, not second-guessing any movement here, and on to PBC. Maybe, perhaps we will see our first clear of this obstacle today.
The white lizard has been the undoing of 2 of the 3 competitors. Now we see a change in tactic. Whereas the others depended upon upper body strength, he is basically using hands and legs in order that he can transition from one of the PVC pipes to the second. And so far, so good.
Yeah, look really strong on that first pipe there. On to the second. Oh, legs quickly up there. That is key. He is engaged. He's looking strong. Moving on to the ring. Now, we haven't seen this part of the course yet.
So far, he's the one to go the furthest.
Oh, yes. And we got our first clear.
The Garrison Spider Wall is called after the Garrison Savannas, which is located just on the outskirts of the island's capital of Bridgetown. With the Garrison Spider Wall, he's going to be expected to jump and go against the Pirate Spec. He's got to maintain his balance there and then go to Joe's River Fall.
Now this is actually our first water obstacle of the course. So the competitor, if you can't see right now, is actually above a pool of water, which actually adds a little bit of mental aspect as a competitor running through. It's quite intimidating. You don't want to be looking down at the water. You need to stay focused on the obstacle itself, especially with a long upper body one like this. You want to make sure that you're efficient so you're not burnt out.
He's transitioning from a situation where he was climbing across the rope. Now he's going to be using his leg strength in order that he can hold himself in position, and now to the upper body strength. So Jaden is doing quite well. He needs now just to swing onto there you go, into the cargo ropes.
This competitor has amazing ab strength. You can see lifting his legs up from a full dead hang. That's not as easy as it looks. He is making this look smooth.
What I particularly like about him is his composure. He's not hustled. He's taking his time. He's focused, and he seems very methodical as he moves foot over foot. The coordination of hands, feet, it clearly indicates that he's comfortable in what he's doing.
Yes, and he'll need that comfort going on to the balance. It's really about patience. This one, not getting ahead of the log, keeping your chest upright and moving very methodically. And woo! Made it through.
This capacity crowd is definitely behind him now. With the completion of every obstacle, they're hailing him on, giving him the encouragement as he moves from the titter-tot to the next obstacle. Now he comes to the Pico Tenerife pegboard, and this is not easy.
No, this one, actually, it is quite the favorite of a lot of competitors because it is so challenging. You need to think of every movement, making sure, oh, look at that, so smooth through. You are allowed to use those cliffhanger ledges there, but he is long arms and skipping right through them, which is perfectly fine. He's looking amazing, looking for the dismount now. And, oh, got it through. Brilliant move. Made that super efficiently. He should have plenty of strength left for this second to last obstacle here.
You can see the agility of the young man. Once again, he chalks his hands as he gets ready to swing across what is, for the first time, a second pool in this level of competition. We didn't have this last year. It's a new introduction.
Yep. Oh, but he's making quick work of it, pumping, making sure he's getting plenty of backswing, and whoo, he is onto the warped wall here.
Well, you know what he's going to attempt to do at this time? He's going to make his way up Mount Hillaby. He's going to try to pull himself up. This is going to be a test, but he is showing that he can do it. He's done it. He has done it. He only needs not hit the buzzer, and he hits it now.
Oh, that is an incredible feeling to be up there, soaking in every moment of it, looking at this amazing crowd right now.
Jaden, congratulations, the first young one to complete the course. How does it feel?
Feels great.
What was your favorite part of the course?
Like completed it.
Yeah. At any point, did you feel nervous and think that you probably wouldn't have made it?
Yeah, but I was on the cargo net, and I was on twins. I felt like I was gonna fall, but they're good.
All right, good job. We're gonna head on back.
Well, girl power comes back to the course. This is the second female to get going. Here's Gigi, Gabriella Griffith.
The buzzer signals to start.
Right here.
Once again, the obstacles that they will be going through, starting with the duck pond curve, onto the Sam Lord's rope swing. Then they will be going to the tilting jack in the box, onto the white lizard climb, Garrison spider wall, Joe's River 2.0, River Bay log, Ragged Point to the top, Pico Tenerife, and as I say that, she falters.
Yeah, we haven't seen it as early yet, but when those logs tilt, it is a lot to impact, and if you're not positioned right, that momentum can easily shake you off those logs.
I've got to tell you that I like this young man, Liam Bernard. He just burns up with energy, and he's ever so much fun. Let's move on to see Liam Bernard.
It's as much a psychological challenge as it is a physiological challenge. But we see that the young ones, they say young people have no fear. And so they just go headlong into these things, as we see our next competitor.
Yes, and quickly making moves on the first obstacle. Up. Easy across the rope swing there, and onto the balance.
Moving somewhat cautiously. As the log comes down, he will make his next transition onto the second log.
All right, here we see the descent in good control. Up, nice, took it well, and clearly through. All right.
We are onto the white lizard climb.
Well, he's got the legs engaged now. He's moving smoothly through. He's going to be looking down for that PVC or for that Bosu ball on the ground there. And all right, safely on and moving to the second pipe here. He's making quick work of this one. Engage the ring. Now we see an athlete like that hold so high up on that ring, yet really shows upper body strength. I have a lot of faith in this kid to move forward on these next two obstacles here.
And by going as tight as he is in the spider wall, what he's doing is guaranteeing that if he slips any, he wouldn't go all the way to the bottom, but he has a chance to recover. No necessity on his part to do so. He was successful in getting through the spider wall, and now he's moving on to the Joe's River 2.0.
All right, making quick work of the first rope here. He's already looking for the second. Now see, those knots in these ropes are key. If you get a good foot lock in there, it's a good time to kind of rest your biceps and make you focused. And let's see if he goes for it. He gets his feet onto the knot. Oh, he's making quick work of this obstacle. Already onto the cargo net. Can he get his feet engaged? Yes, he's got his feet up. That is great. That is going to take a lot of weight off his upper body strength here. So he's now kind of slowly. Oh, he is falling down though. He's going with the monkey technique. Just monkey barring across, but he's looking strong.
showing versatility in his attack of the obstacles. He is now onto the riverboat log roll. And every time I think of this, I think of the movie Robin Hood and Sherwood Forest, where the friar made his way across the river trying to roll the log, and he fell. But maybe that wouldn't happen on this occasion.
Hopefully not. He is looking composed. And so this one, it's a lot about where your chest position is. If you're leaning too far forward or too eager to get to that dismount, it's easy to fall off, but easily done there.
This board measures approximately 8 inches by about 1.5 inches on the blade side, and they've got to make their way across, let it fall to the ground, and continue to balance themselves onto the box. Pico Tenerife, the pegboard.
All right, so here we're seeing a matching technique. The other competitor who recently got here was able to swing hand over hand. He is matching 2 hands on each. It is a safe method, but sometimes it can burn out more quick because you're spending more time on the obstacle.
The longer you spend, the more taxing it becomes on the muscles.
All right, let's see what he does here. He is allowed to use those cliffhanger ledges, but if he can span the gap, the pipes are a much easier grip.
I think the difference between Liam and the previous competitor who completed the course is that his arm length is somewhat shorter. And
Yes.
therefore he needs that momentum to swing.
Yeah. All right, but arm length or not, he has made it through with his matching technique. Hopefully he takes a little bit of a rest here before tackling the next one. But he seems to be going headstrong right into it. Very smooth, keeping those legs up to avoid the water there.
Well, here comes the Mount Hillaby climb. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how he's going to pull himself up the rope.
Yes.
Taking a moment just to gather himself, but Liam is still fighting to get up the rope. He needs to pull. He needs to pull himself up. It's going to be hand over hand. Remember, the longer he stays in the position, he will slip. The thing is, once you get started, keep going.
Yes.
It's like Newton's law.
Yes, that is right. And now he does have 3 attempts, so that is his one.
That's
He
right.
Hopefully takes a little bit of rest, but it's going right back in. Hopefully he gathers some strength for this crowd here and pulls himself up.
Well, you know Newton's law, a body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest will stay at rest unless something motivates it to go further. And they're asking for that outside intervention. They're asking for the crowd to help him on. Will he respond?
Yes, he's getting up there. The toughest part, you gotta climb up and over. You gotta get that chest over, throw that flag
Those
over.
arms are burning. Those arms are burning. The longer he stays in that position, the harder it's going to be to recover. But can he do it?
Oh, he is fighting. He is fighting.
I think it would serve him better to come down, recover, and try a 3rd time. But from that position, it can be difficult. It
Yes.
can be difficult.
Oh, there he is getting the leg
But
over.
he's
That is a
gonna do
good
it.
sign.
He's done it!
Yes! Our second competitor through. Woo! That was a fight.
Liam Bernard. Well, he defied what I was saying and decided, no, I'm going to do this on the 2nd attempt. Liam Bernard, the second of our contestants to make it all the way through the course.
Congratulations, Liam. How do you feel about that fantastic end?
Amazing, but very tired.
I can imagine at the end there, going up, it seemed quite difficult.
Yeah, it really was.
Well, Rajani St. Hill aspires to be one of the future stars in Ninja Throwdown, and I guess in some ways he's going to be something like you. So
I can easily say that you speak from experience because you are a seasoned competitor in these ninja tournaments.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago. I was around their age competing myself. I started at 13 and I'm competing ever since for the past 14 years. And, you know, I absolutely love the thrill of being on that course and really challenging yourself to such unique obstacles here.
Well, as we watch the competitor out on the course, Johnny St. Hill, we'll get back to your courses of travel because I know that they've taken you to some far-off places and now it brings you to Barbados.
It does, yes, and one of the most beautiful countries I have ever been to, especially for Ninja. Oh, but we see an early exit here, just falling off to the side.
Rajani, you seem a little disappointed. What happened there? You were a little nervous maybe at the time?
Yeah, I slipped.
Well, the crowd is certainly being amped up today. And these youngsters are very much putting on a fantastic display. So let's move along to Shamari Hampton.
He is moving quickly through that first one. No hesitation there.
None whatsoever.
Yes.
And unlike you, I don't think that he is bothered at all by the expectations of him.
Yes, exactly. As you say, sometimes the kids, they have no fear. And you can see it with these competitors attacking this course just head on, moving as quickly as they possibly can. And it is exciting to see an athlete in their raw element like this.
Okay, so things are moving along quite quickly. Let's get right out on the course to Tariq Boyce.
Yes, the wonderful news there. I'm sure everyone, especially after getting behind him so much on that climb, are glad to hear that.
Definitely. Tariq Boyce is our next competitor.
Again, we see another fall to the early balance obstacle. It is so tricky in that transition there.
Tariq, you're one of 4 competitors who fell off right there. What's going on?
My foot slipped.
All right, well, I wish you all the best next time.
This is Serena Walcott-Lloyd.
Well, right before that, I will say last year she made it to the 4th obstacle, and hopefully we see some progression there. She is a gymnast, and let's see how she does.
And Jeff, you need to be very cautious as we saw. You really can't take anything for granted on this course. You must touch each and every one. Okay, she's unleashing the Sam Lord's boat swing. And she puts to use her powers to fly. Which she does successfully.
I'm not saying anything, Brian.
Staying quiet and composed, as is she.
See, I said nothing. She made the transition.
Like a ball.
Perhaps you found the niche. Although we'll say this might be a boring area if we both say nothing for the entire course.
Okay, she's on to the white lizard climb. These are the PVC pipes. She's got to transition from one to the other. Suspended in midair for a while. Tiptoes, but then she retreats. But now she's found her landing, and she moves on to the second of the white lizard PVC pipes.
Looking so strong there, getting the legs up and engaged. Another female competitor we're seeing come out here and absolutely crush this course.
At the end there, what do you think about what happened?
I don't know. My feet just dropped and I fell.
All right, well, better luck next time, okay? Wave at the camera.
You've just witnessed the exciting action of the junior category of the Barbados Ninja Throwdown 2019. Join us when we'll be back with more action in this, the 4th edition of the Barbados Ninja Throwdown.